The Bureau of Workers' Compensation. I knew nothing about it. In fact, I stumbled across the Bureau of Workers' Compensation. It was just an accident. If it wasn't for a typo, I would never even knew the place existed. I got a check from my employer. I'd seen the letter that came with the check. The letter said it was a certain amount. The check was a different amount, and it was significantly lower than what the letter said. So that was the red flag. It was a typo, and I didn't know that at the time. So I called the adjuster and I asked him about it. I say, hey, your letter says I'm supposed to receive this amount, but the check you sent me is significantly less. She finally told me, said, if you don't believe me, just call the Bureau of Workers' Compensation. And I said, okay. I looked at it, and I didn't even know where to get the number or anything. She said, it's right there on the paper, it's right there. I looked and I thought, because when you get that paper, it seems all as one. So I didn't know that it was a separate thing. I thought about it and I made a call. The check was for the right amount. She asked me, she says, the check was mailed to you? And I said, yes. Ms. Perry told me, you can't cash that check. I mean, if the money is mine and it's, what I don't understand. And then she took the time to explain to me that you have to go through the courts because the court makes sure each party understands their responsibilities. And if you cash that check without a judge, then there's a statute of limitations with that. The statute of limitations runs for 2 to 3 years. And after that, you're responsible for your need all by itself. No insurance will cover that because it's gonna always come up as a workers' compensation. And you'll be paying out of pocket. So she had to make phone calls for a court date, and you don't have to have a lawyer. If you want one, you could, but you don't have to. That's why the Bureau is here. The Bureau is here to protect people like myself who would have fell through the cracks, not knowing the rules, not knowing the guidelines and the responsibilities of each party. Then I would have been left having to foot the bill for any MRI, X-ray or so after the statute of limitations had already done passed. That would have been all my responsibilities for the rest of my life. Thank God for the typo. I wouldn't want anyone else finding themselves in the same situation I was in, almost falling through the cracks.